What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Classic Chronicles. Man, it's been too long, man. Did you guys miss me? Cause I missed y'all, man. Yeah. So before we get into today's vlog, which is all about AEW WrestleDream, just wanted to give you a little bit of a life update. Man, these past 2 weeks have been absolutely insane for me. And not in the best of ways, to say the least. So I had I was dealing with a rib injury. I bruised my ribs as a result of taking a really bad fall at home, and that that was uh, that was terrible. I don't know if y'all ever had bruised ribs before, but they're worse than broken ribs. And you can't with rib injuries. You can't really do anything. You just gotta let them heal, let them run their course. But it got a little scary there for a minute. But I'm still recovering and feeling a lot better than I was 2 weeks ago. And then last week, on top of the rib injury, I started suffering from back spasms, and the back spasms are a result of it being really really cold. When the weather gets colder, for people with cerebral palsy, your back and your bones start to hurt, and it just gets to the point where it's unbearable sometimes. So just trying to deal with that. And man, but yeah, I miss recording. So much good stuff has happened in the past 2 weeks as far as wrestling goes. You had Bound for Glory, and you also had on the WWE side of things, you had Crown Jewel Perth. Uh, you know, and even my back spasms. And with the other injury that I just talked about, caused me to miss Comic Con this year, which is a bummer. But the crew went: Steve, Crystal, Nikki, Lex was there, so the crew went, and they had from the pictures that I saw that they sent me, had a really good time, and Tiff too. Sorry, I didn't mention Tiff and I didn't mention Sam. They were also there too, and man, just the pictures that they sent me were incredibly awesome, and I assured them that no matter what happened, I will be there next year because. Man, I missed Comic Con, and I was really looking forward to going to Comic Con this year, especially with their coverage of the Mortal Kombat 2 panel. But luckily, they released some of the footage that they showed at the panel online for Mortal Kombat 2, and I'm really really stoked. But here I am back recording for you guys, and she's gonna continue to make the content that y'all want to see, man. And that I get a lot of support over, and I'm extremely thankful for that. So yeah, no. With that being said, let's get into today's vlog, which is AEW WrestleDream. WrestleDream went down this past Saturday night in St. Louis, Missouri, great wrestling city. Uh, to kick off the show was to kick off the show, which I found extremely funny. It was a continuation of the final match on the tailgate pregame, which is what AEW is calling their kickoff shows now. To kick off the show was FTR versus Jet Speed, which is Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey. Man, those two teams just tore it down, man. I didn't watch the pre-show, but from what they showed in the pay-per-view match, it was to kick off the show. It was an amazing match, and FTR ended up getting the win over there. But man, Jet Speed has nothing to be ashamed of. Mike Bailey, a veteran of this business, and then you got Kevin Knight, great up and comer. They're gonna be doing just fine in there, and I have no doubt about it that they'll be holding AEW Tag Team Championship gold in the very near future. And then okay, so the real opening contest, which was Jamie Hayter taking on the Toxic Spider Tekla. Great hard hitting back and forth match, but in the end, Jamie Hayter ended up picking up the win there to kick off the night. And then next up was a tag team bout. The Young Bucks taking on the Jurassic Express, the reunited Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, Jungle Jack Perry and Luchasaurus. Man, $500,000 was on the line. The story behind the match here was the young Bucks, Matt and New Jackson. They are notorious for spending money, even though in storyline they are the former executive vice president of the company, and they like to spend money sometimes that they shouldn't be. Especially Matt. He likes to gamble at casinos and buy all these expensive sneakers and stuff like that. And in storyline, since they're no longer the EVPs of the company, they shouldn't be spending the money that they win in these tag team matches, and they end up spending it and going broke and having to compete in another tag team match where money's on the line to recoup their losses. So this is a pretty fun storyline involving the Young Bucks. Ironically, in the same building that WrestleDream went down in St. Louis, was the same building that the Jurassic Express disbanded after a loss to the Young Bucks for the AEW Tag Team Championship about 3 years ago. So it's kind of coming full circle, this whole rivalry, and this time around the Jurassic Express were able to pick up the win with the what they call Countdown to Extinction, which is a really good move. I believe Jack Perry does a flipping. Luchasaurus is holding the opponent. Jack Perry flips up in the air, and Luchasaurus just ends up dumping the opponent backwards. It looks really cool, cooler than I'm explaining it. But so that's how they defeated the Young Bucks. Next up was the TNT Championship on the line. Mark Briscoe taking on the protostar Kyle Fletcher of the Don Callis family. These two have had a rivalry for the better part of the year, and in both singles and tag team matches, they are 2-2 against each other. So this was kind of the rubber match, and boy, what a match it was, man! Mark Briscoe gave everything that he had in trying to seek his first singles title in AEW, but in the end, the protostar Kyle Fletcher was just too much for him, and used a top rope rainbuster to pick up the win over Mark Briscoe. Man, Kyle Fletcher, great upside to him, man. I can't wait. He'll definitely be world champion one day, as was pointed out on commentary for sure. Next up, we had the AEW Women's World Championship being defended as the new champion. Chris Statlander, freshly won at AEW All Out last month, took on Toni Storm, the woman that she pinned to win the AEW World Championship, and the former two-time AEW Women's World Champion. I'm sorry, three-time AEW Women's World Champion. Man, this was a great back and forth, but in the end, Chris Statlander ended up picking up the win and retaining the championship over Timeless Toni Storm. Then next up was the AEW World Tag Team Championship being defended as Brodito. The team of Bandito and Brody King took on the very, very formidable team of Konosuke Takeshita and Kazuchika Okada of the Don Callis family. These Okada and Takeshita teaming together it was amazing, but what's really going to be amazing is them when they finally go one-on-one for Okada's Continental, what is it? How do they refer to it now? Continental Championship. Yeah, so that's gonna be the matchup right there. Also, Konosuke Takeshita is also the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, fresh off defeating the former champion Zack Sabre Jr. So man, the Don Callis family's got all the gold. But on this night, it was a costly mistake by Konosuke Takeshita and Okada that cost them the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Okada accidentally clotheslined Konosuke Takeshita, and Broditi was able to take advantage of it and secure the win for them. Thus, them keeping the AEW World Tag Team Championship. But despite the miscue, Okada did not seem too sorry about it for clotheslining Takeshita. In fact, there was a little bit of a smile on his face as he did it, so it'll be interesting to see where things go from there. Then we had the TBS Championship being defended in an open challenge as the TBS champion Mercedes Moné. The open challenge was answered by Mina Shirakawa of AEW. Now, I love Mina Shirakawa, don't get me wrong, but if you're gonna have an open challenge, man, try to answer it with somebody from outside the company. Even if you just bring them in as a one-off, it's kind of messed up to advertise an open challenge and then have somebody within the company answer it. When we're watching, we want a bit of a surprise, but nevertheless, Mercedes Moné was able to thwart Mina Shirakawa's plans to become AEW Women's World Champion, and still keep on. Now, Mercedes Moné has the nickname Ultimo Moné, meaning due to her holding, I believe, 9 belts? Or it might be 10 at this point. She holds 9 or 10 different belts from different promotions, as the Ultimo Dragon did back in the day. There's a really famous photos on the internet where the Ultimo Dragon is holding all of his belts from all the different promotions, and so that's why they're calling Mercedes Moné Ultimo Moné now. But anyway, in the semi-main event, you had the AEW Men's World Championship being defended as Hangman Adam Page, the champion, took on the challenger Samoa Joe, and 1/3 of the AEW who's also 1/3 of the AEW Trios champions, along with Will Hobbs and Katsuyori Shibata, the Ops, as they call themselves. But yeah, man, Joe has hinted at retirement in the very near future as soon as his AEW contract expires, and he would like one more run of the championship. But unfortunately, despite Joe's best effort, it just wasn't his night. Hangman Adam Page was able to defeat Samoa Joe, but after the match, a little bit of a shocking turn of events as Samoa Joe would essentially turn heel, and he and his crew, the Ops, would, put the beat down on Hangman Adam Page. So it'll be interesting to see where things go from here as far as the men's world heavyweight championship is concerned. Remember, you do have MJF lurking in the background with his AEW men's world title shot as a result of him winning the casino battle royal at All In this past summer. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. But in the main event, wow. And this was the main event for a reason. This was an I Quit match. Jon Moxley taking on Darby Allin. These two wanted to kill each other. There is no words that I can use to describe this match. It was brutal, barbaric, tough to watch at times. There was a little bit of attempted drowning going on, and attempted hanging with a chain. Oh my God, it was absolutely crazy. But as wrestling fans, it was one hell of a show. But in the end, Darby Allin was able to force Jon Moxley to say "I quit" with the help of an old friend, and that would be the Stinger, the Icon, the franchise at WCW. Sting made an appearance to help out his old friend Darby Allin and assist in assisting getting Jon Moxley to say "I quit." What a great show it was, man. It was a lot of fun to watch. Next up on the AEW docket, I believe, is as far as pay-per-view goes, I believe is World's End, which is at the end of December. That's the final pay-per-view of the year for AEW, and we'll just have to see what matches are made for that night. And all in all, good show. AEW, like I said, always delivers on pay-per-view. And yeah, that is gonna do it for this episode of the Classic Chronicles. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And of course, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.